Which direction do we take now? We talked about Superman. We talked about Wonder Woman. We talked about Batman. There is only one probably last person that actually talk about. Not person, but team. And this one was kind of going to be coming pretty obviously so. And especially with the highlight movie, and especially made my top 10 movies a couple of years ago. It was that number 6, but yeah. Let's talk about the almighty and underrated Suicide Squad. Greetings, geeks and nerds, I'm Ladies Universe and White and Nerdy, and yes, we are reviewing Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, the 2018 animated movie, so if nobody has seen this movie yet, just be forewarned, spoilers. So just be forewarned, please go and watch Suicide Squad Hell to Pay first, then come back and watch this review, otherwise most of you might be lost, otherwise just be forewarned, spoilers. For safes and standards, also I'm going to be doing my reviews a little bit differently, and I'm hoping that this will help me a lot with basically time organization of doing these. I still make jokes here and there, but the thing that I mostly want to do in these reviews now is just do like what I thought was good that the movie did, what I thought was bad that the movie did, and then just basically have my final thoughts towards the end of it, as well as talking about the movie's plot as well. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay came on this best of DC animated movies, and Suicide Squad Hell to Pay, that really caught my attention on there, because that I was like, hey, well, that animated one, Assault on Arkham, was really good, and I think that they made another one next to Hell to Pay, but Hell to Pay came out in 2018, and I do remember seeing people talk about it and say mixed opinions on it, so this is going to be my own opinions on it. So let's start off this video right by talking about what is the ridiculous plot of this movie, and trust me, it's pretty damn fucking ridiculous. After a failed attempt by the first Suicide Squad team to get something that is very important to Amanda Waller, she decides to dispatch the team, but leave Deadshot on the team alive and well, as they want them to find a secret hidden item, a card, a very powerful card, but a card that nonetheless can help the user escape from hell and go straight to the gates of heaven.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
As the Suicide Squad must basically put together how to get this card back, how to protect this person that has had this card, and most importantly, how to keep it out of the hands of evil forces that also want the card for their own nefarious and evil purposes, while the Suicide Squad needs the card for Amanda Waller. The plot is absolutely ridiculous, if you couldn't tell already, because the writing team behind this and the writer behind this is the great Alan Burnett, who you might remember from Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, as well as I believe also he wrote some episodes for Justice League Unlimited, and also Superman the Animated Series. The dude is a very talented writer. He also was the co-writer for my favorite Batman movie ever, Mask of the Phantasm. But here it really feels like Alan was kind of having a burnout. Didn't. But the thing is that the Suicide Squad, when they reference this card, I'm like, card? This is a Secret Six reference. This is an absolutely Secret Six reference with the Get Out of Hell card that Mockingbird gave them. I don't know why Suicide Squad made a Secret Six reference, but there you go. Not to say that it's not an interesting story, it really is, but what I'm saying is that the story is mishandled, but we'll talk more about that in the bad aspect. So let's just segue on over to the good aspect of this movie, and there are some pretty good aspects for this movie. This movie, no joke, probably had one of the best versions of Deadshot that I have seen in quite a long time, and I absolutely could relate to him and how he was feeling. Deadshot is not Deathstroke, but he does have a heart. Usually he buries it deep down inside so nobody knows, but he does have a heart behind him and a lot of character. I love the cast and team behind this movie. Oh my god, they bounce comedy off of each other so well in this movie, and the voice cast was just so phenomenal and tremendous. They act just like the Suicide Squad team that you've read in the comics, and they do a very wonderful job at keeping that great balance of comedy as well as also don't fuck with me moments. But again, I have to come back to Deadshot. He was a very well written character throughout this movie and really sold this movie for me, and especially his voice by Christian Slater made it more awesome. And also, this movie made Amanda Waller sympathetic in the way of giving her terminal cancer and that this woman is dying. And the reason why Amanda Waller wants a card so badly is to join her husband and either daughter or son and the pearly gates of heaven, and that is beautiful. Now, the thing is with the Suicide Squad is that there's a bunch of team members, so a lot of these actually make sense. Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, Harley Quinn, they're like the big three of the Suicide Squad. Usually Deadshot is replaced for Deathstroke, but the results are about the same. And yet, also I've noticed that this movie is missing Colonel Rick Flag, who usually is the behind the scenes guy, or usually the leader of the Suicide Squad team. The other half is kind of confusing, except for Blonde Tiger, who, for those of you that don't know, back in the early days of the Suicide Squad of the, I believe, like 80s to 90s and even a little bit of the 70s, he was one of the biggest prime members of that team, so that made sense. The Killer Frost in this movie is not the same Killer Frost that you're used to, Louise Lincoln, or if you're a Flash fan, Caitlin Snow. It is a completely different Killer Frost with a backstory that they play nothing with, absolutely nothing. And also Copperhead, but not the one that you're probably thinking of from the Batman Arkham Origins game. No. The Copperhead from the old comic book, the strange contortionist that has his body different body contortionist that's obsessed with Snake. You might have seen a little Easter egg of him in the Josh, I can't remember his last name, Jonah Hex movie. And now, unfortunately, my friends, we have to go into the bad aspects. And does Suicide Squad Hell to Pay have some bad aspects? Oh, it has a fucking lot of bad aspects. Well, let's go to the bad aspects. Earlier in the film, they talk about a character named Steel Mannix, the person that they have to protect who last was seen with the card. And of course, the team is pretty obligated to do so. And as weird it can be, they find out that Steel Mannix is actually a male stripper. Yes, that's right, the man they're supposed to protect is a male stripper. But this is not the worst part. Oh, no. This guy, this stripper, this man sitting right here with the robe and the little thing around his head, he's supposed to be fucking Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is one of the coolest characters that DC ever had. He's basically Doctor Strange, just if you cranked up the Doctor Strange levels from a 10 to about a 15. Dr. Fate is just amazingly awesome, but for this movie, he's a piece of shit. He somehow was chosen by the mighty god Nabu and given the mystical helmet of fate, and thus this stripper was transformed into Dr. Fate. And this man could not fight crime well. He cannot protect the sacred realm. He is not a good protector of the people. He cares about his own selfish desires and selfish fucking needs. He even used the Fate Castle just to get laid and to get chicks, which turned back against him when he lost the card because he was seduced. Which means that so rightly, Nabu turned against him, decided that he wasn't a good fate, and kicked him promptly out on his ass and chose to replace him. Another bad aspect is Killer Frost in this movie, who they don't explain. She had abusive parents, then she all of a sudden became a metahuman. It feels pretty cheap to me. Another bad aspect. Every fucking person on the fate of the world in the DC universe wants this damn card, but they never fully explain the potential of the card. Like, Vandal Savage wants it and also Zoom wants it, but the movie did not explain in any shape or form why Zoom or Vandal wants it good enough. All we get from Vandal fucking Savage is that, oh yeah, there's a metahuman uprising that kind of made me stop being an immortal. Whoopsie poopsie, so now the card is put inside of my chest because deal with it, bitches. And then fucking Boomer, Captain Boomerang turns against the team and he's like, well, this card is mine now. And they never explain why Captain Boomerang wants the fucking card. So out of respect for Bronze Tiger, Deadshot gives it to Bronze Tiger. And do we ever know what happens? Nope. All that we know that happens is this.
I'll be damned.
Oh my god, he's an idiot.
Yeah, Alan, you're really an idiot, aren't you, man? You are one of the most critically acclaimed writers of all time, and then you write this. And I know that the Suicide Squad history has had some really what in the hell moments when it comes to the Suicide Squad team, but Suicide Squad Hell to Pay is an okay movie. I know that a bunch of people were probably expecting me to scream at it with Holy Mercy, but it was okay. The only thing that doesn't save it from being great is the fact that they never really do explain the card. It's always shown up here and there. It's kind of like Alan had an idea what he wanted to do with Hell to Pay, and then maybe Warner Brothers told him to do it this way instead of the way that he fully anticipated of doing it. And sometimes the studios can sometimes mess up a movie and how you want it to turn out. Maybe Alan wanted it to be like the Suicide Squad goes into the forces of hell. Maybe the card was supposed to be like, oh, it does bring a person out from hell to heaven, but at a cost. And it could be like a very awesome card. Like for Deadshot, it's like, oh yeah, like if he died in this movie, this would be me as a writer. I'd be like, oh yeah, you can go up into heaven. But if I send you to heaven, I kill your daughter. Which would be very intriguing storytelling in this. And also, they never really explain why everybody wants the damn card. I mean, all it does is just make you go from hell to heaven. That can't all be what the fucking card does. There has to be more to it than that. And especially for both Zoom and Vandal Savage, who are basically immortal, in case most of you that don't know, like Zoom can just basically time skip and make sure that nothing ever bad happened to him, like he did in DC Legend of Tomorrow and the Flash TV show. And Vandal Savage is fucking immortal. He can survive literally anything that you throw at him. How do you fuck up Vandal Savage and Professor Zoom or Eobard Thawne? I will never know. And also, and it feels like a character assassination, they don't explain Killer Frost. She actually was a pretty decent character in this. I actually liked her. I liked the backstory that they gave her. She was an abused child. Her parents beat the ever-loving crap out of her. She suddenly somehow developed mutant powers. It reminds me of Sebastian Black. I think that's his name from Superman vs. the Elite, and very, very good like origin story for him as well that they got deeper into more than Killer Frost, who you would think would have the same kind of like thing going on here. But at the end of the day, it is a Suicide Squad movie. You get all the tropes of a Suicide Squad movie, and that's just what it boils down to. My Funko Pop rating and my final thoughts are, it's an okay movie, but in my opinion, it really could have been better. My Funko Pop rating of Suicide Squad Hell to Pay is going to be an Etrigan because, aside from a few hiccups here and there, it keeps trying to change what it wants to be. Does it want to be just about this card? Does it want to be about the Suicide Squad maybe protecting Dr. Fate until he finds out his true potential? Does it want to be about the Suicide Squad going up against the immortal Zoom and Vandal Savage? Unfortunately, we will never know what the true intention of it will ever be, so my Funko Pop rating of Suicide Squad Hell to Pay is going to be an Etrigan the Demon. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can be notified every single time I make an upload. I believe in the vote, about nerdy keep you on, and let me know what you guys thought about Suicide Squad Hell to Pay in the comments down below. And also, if you would like me to check out Suicide Squad Assault on Arkham, which I've heard was a billion times better, let me know in the comments down below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, unfortunately for the Suicide Squad movie, it really could have been better in a lot of places. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in the vote, to keep you on for more movie reviews. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and join me at Twitter with the link in the description down below. And click that bell icon so you can be notified and never miss a video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I believe you vote. To keep you on. And until next time, guys, and as always, take care.